Hey, what's up, teacups? I want to talk about power. Not in terms of solar panels, batteries, horses, or physics. I'm talking about the idea of power. The power of influence. Being able to influence the behavior of others. What is power? Who has it? Who wants it? And why? Are we all born with a different ability to obtain power? I guess people can be born with power like the children of kings and queens. You may also be given power through being the head of a large, influential business that your parent owned and then gave to you. I guess this kind of power is intrinsically linked to wealth. You're born into money and therefore power. But what about people who start off as a regular person and become powerful? Is everyone capable of that? Do you have to have certain facial features, for example? What about names? What if you have a name that doesn't ooze the idea of power? Like Dilly Dingleberry or Sandy Willy Wagler. Would you be able to acquire as much power as someone named Thor Van Steel Strong or Alexander Wolf Carboncock? It's amazing what a name can do. Studies have shown people have a positive perception of individuals that have strong names. This can lead to increased trust, and trust allows them to gain power and have influence over people. When you think about it this way, it makes you wonder whether people with strong names are powerful and influential naturally, or whether their strong names are what lead to them having power and influence. When people treat you with respect and trust you, you may gain confidence. This increases your potential to be powerful. Strange, huh? How names can have power? They're just nouns and sounds that come out of our mouths. Frickin' weird. But anyway, I guess it's important to consider what to name a child. It's probably best not to call them Tootie McFruity Pie, and instead call them something like Magnus Zeus Megajacked. Would Joseph Stalin have gained so much power if his name was Cletus Bumwrinkle? Probably not. Plenty of people have changed their names to benefit their careers. John Legend was born John Roger Stevens. Vin Diesel changed his name from Mark Sinclair. Elton John used to be Reginald Kenneth Dwight. Elton also made his middle name Hercules, by the way. And Dana Owens chose the stage name Queen Latifah. Names can carry power in themselves. Let me know if you would change your name and what you'd change it to. Okay, so what about the way we look? Does that limit our potential for power? Many studies show that height is important when perceiving someone as powerful. A survey of Fortune 500 CEOs shows that they are 2.5 inches taller than average. That's because people perceive height as powerful. It may be something to do with perspective, but either way, height obviously matters in society. That's not to say there aren't anomalies. I mean, look at me. I'm not even 1 foot tall, I don't even have legs, and I'm living my best life. The way our face looks can also influence the way people feel about us, which obviously influences our ability to climb the power ladder. What if you have a baby face? Do people treat you differently? Does a strong chin exude power and capability? Kinda. But why? It's weird. In fact, there have been several studies that show people often vote others into power based on the way they look. It's a bias we all have. In some of these studies, researchers showed pictures of people to groups of children. They told the children they have to choose the person they want to be the imaginary captain of their pirate ship. They were shown 2 pictures at a time. One picture was the face of the winner of an election. The other was a picture of the runner-up. Almost every time the children chose the picture of the person who won the election. Of course, the kids had no idea who these people were. There was just something about their faces that made them choose one over the other. They repeated this with adults and got the same results. This means we can predict who is going to win an election just by analyzing each candidate's face. Frickin' crazy. Maybe candidates should all wear their underwear over their heads to even the playing fields. Anyway, another key factor is the way we carry ourselves. It definitely influences how people perceive us. If we always have our head down, slouch forward, and only show signs of life when we burst out in nervous laughter, people will probably assume we're harmless and not powerful at all. If we have our shoulders back, chin up, and eyes directed at the eyes of others, people will feel our confidence. They may even be intimidated. We're simple animals at heart. Keep in mind not to go too far, though, like sticking your arms out, puffing your chest up like a gorilla. You'll go full circle and look super insecure. It's a fine balance. Okay, let's move on to why people want power. It's understandable that we all want some kind of control over our lives. That's pretty normal. It's also fairly normal to want the products of power, such as money and a comfortable life. What's weird, though, is some people want power just for the sake of having power. They live for it. They're power-hungry animals. It's like some kind of mental flaw. For example, let's look at the homeowner association. A lot of people complain about it. And why wouldn't they? In many cases, the head of the association tries to harness as much control as possible, like creating ridiculous restrictions related to the color you can paint your door, how long your grass can be, and the number of gnomes you can have in your garden. That would drive me nuts. Why would someone want to have that kind of power over people? Psychopaths. People have been fined and threatened with jail time for putting swings in their back garden for their kids because someone in the HOA didn't like the color of them. Why would someone want to do that? What people assume is that people who want to lead a homeowners association are community service focused and just want to help out. But in reality, many people see it as a way they can wield power over others. They like the idea of being able to control their neighbors. It's these kinds of people we need to watch out for. For anyone who's after a position of power, we should ask them why they want it. And if they can't answer fast enough, they don't get it. Unfortunately, it's common that people want power for themselves, not so they can help others. And if you happen to be blessed with height, a jawline that can cut paper, and a name like Titan Wolfshark, good for you. I hope you're a chill dude, and not a power-hungry psychopath. There's already enough of those. Thanks for listening, Teacups. Remember to comb your hair and moisturize. And please subscribe. So much love. Bye.